Previously on the last video. So that's all for my Transformers movie reviews leading up to Rise of the Beasts. And when I will see Rise of the Beasts in theaters or watch it online, or maybe watch it on like 4K or Blu-ray, I am going to be doing a ranking video of all the Transformers movies. So if you want, and stay tuned for the Transformers ranking video, and there's more than meets the eye. What's up, you guys? This is your friendly neighborhood Extreme Spidey Guy here, and today I'm going to be doing a ranking video of all the Transformers films from best to worst. Now, these ones are going to be from the live-action films from 2007 to 2023. The animated film from 1986 won't be on this list. So, without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 7 is Transformers: The Last Knight. Now, this is absolutely the worst Transformers film ever. The film just uses plot points from like Lord of the Rings and like the other films like Captain America: The First Avenger. And yes, I get it. You can have medieval stuff in the films. Just don't use it by ripping off other films. Cade Yeager is flanderized in this film because of how much likable he was in Age of Extinction. He was probably the only likable character in Age of Extinction. Probably the only likable human character. Well, and that's not saying much because I hated Age of Extinction. The acting and voice acting is robotic. Optimus Prime is barely even in the film. And the action scenes just feel so sloppy. And I'm going to give this a 0 out of 10. Coming in at number 6 is Transformers: Age of Extinction. And the title sums it all for this film. Now, I can say if there are any redeeming qualities I have with this film, I would say the only likable human character I could say was Cade Yeager, played by Mark Wahlberg. And at least the voice actors are like trying, especially Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, and Frank Welker. And it was nice seeing Frank Welker back as Megatron, but instead he voices Galvatron. And also John Goodman as Hound and Ken Watanabe, but I prefer him more as in Inception and Batman Begins. This film just feels way too long. Like, this is not Lord of the Rings or The Godfather. And, it's, let me check the running time. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. But it feels like a longer toy commercial than that. Like, seriously, Michael Bay. You're not Peter Jackson, for God's sakes. Tessa is such a damsel in distress in this film, and her boyfriend Shane is this creep who should be in prison. Stanley Tucci was lame in this film, and along with Kelsey Grammer. And the film just feels like a toy commercial. It feels like an almost 3-hour toy commercial, like with Batman and Robin. And I'm going to give this a 1 out of 10. Now, that's enough raging, because coming in at number 5 is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Now, this is an awful film, but not abysmal as Age of Extinction and The Last Night. And if there are any redeeming qualities I had with the film, is that the songs New Divide from Linkin Park and 21 Guns from Green Day are awesome songs. The designs of the Transformers. Peter Cullen is definitely still awesome as always as Optimus Prime, and Hugo Weaving as Megatron. Megatron getting used more because in the first film he was frozen. And the performances from Josh Darmel, Tyrese Gibson, John Vought, and John Turturro, despite his one scene, almost him getting in his underwear. Now, I would say Shia LaBeouf definitely gives an awful performance in this film. Like, he's having a meltdown in this film over like him. Like, I think it was probably just having like a meltdown over like something in his head. And then we get this Transformer who has a human form and then has a robot tail, and then we got Bumblebee pissing in car form. And then we get to two racist twins named Skids and Mudflap. And then we have Wheelie flirting with Megan Fox as well. And also, Rainn Wilson, just from The Office, did this film for like his paycheck or something. And so that's just all I'm going to explain, and I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 10. Now that's all for the bad Transformers films, because coming in at number 4 is Transformers Dark of the Moon. Now, this one was like the only Michael Bay Transformers sequel I enjoyed, in my opinion. And I'd say probably the best film in the Michael Bay sequels. Peter Cullen is still awesome as always as Optimus Prime, along with Hugo Weaving as Megatron, and Leonard Nimoy definitely nailed it as Sentinel Prime in the film, and I did like the plot twist of how he became like evil and stuff. And I did like Jerry Wang. He was like a hilarious character. I did like Alan Tudyk in the film. He was very good as well. Excuse me. Josh Darmel and Tyrese Gibson still give out awesome performances in this film as well. And at least Sam approves in this film, despite him being a little unlikable. And I'm glad that this film just focuses on the Transformers and just not the humans for once, because this is what these films are supposed to be about. The Transformers. The characters that we're supposed to be following. Now, if there are any bad qualities, I would say probably Patrick Dempsey's character, since he was just probably there only meant to be for background purposes. Carly just felt a little bland, in my opinion. And Rosie and Shia's chemistry are not that believable. And there are some Michael Bay agendas in this film, but this doesn't stop me from enjoying this guilty pleasure, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Coming in at number 3 is Transformers Rise of the Beasts, the new recent one that just came out. Like, a couple, let me check. Like 2 weeks ago. Now, this wasn't close to topping Bumblebee, but it's still way better than Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, and The Last Night. Peter Cullen is definitely still awesome as always as Optimus Prime, and it was nice seeing his classic design. And Optimus definitely gets the biggest part of his film. Ron Perlman definitely nailed it as Optimus Primal. Excuse me. Um, Michelle Yeoh did an awesome job voicing Eraser. Um, Anthony Ramos did a great job playing Noah. Cheetor and RC were definitely good characters. And my favorite character of the film would have to be Mirage, played by Pete Davidson. And now you can definitely see a lot of stuff, like a lot of 90s product, and you can definitely see a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shirt because this is a prequel and it does take place in the 90s. It takes place in 1994. At that time, we had great films like Shawshank Redemption and The Lion King. Um, um, Peter Dinklage definitely did an awesome job voicing Scourge. And glad there were no Michael Bay agendas in this film because it's directed by Stephen Caple Jr. And if there are any bad qualities I would have, well, I would say Elena can get a little clumsy. The Elena and Noah's chemistry can be a bit unbelievable. Um, and Wheeljack being a Mexican stereotype, and I know Anthony Ramos's character made fun of that and didn't say he was, and probably said he was racist, but apologized for it. I'm not racist as well, but that still doesn't stop me from enjoying it, and I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. Coming in at number 2 is the Transformers film from 2007. Now, this movie is obviously the best film in the Michael Bay series. Peter Cullen definitely did a great job reprising his role as Optimus Prime in this film. And I guess if it's for a Transformers film, like no other actor can play Optimus Prime better than Peter Cullen. Well, I've heard some stuff saying that Chris Hemsworth is going to play Optimus Prime, but who knows? Um, but I know David Kay and Gary Chalk voiced Optimus Prime in the other Transformers cartoons as well. Um, um, Josh Darmel definitely does an awesome job playing Colonel William Lennox along with Tyrese Gibson as Rupert Epps, and John Vought does a good performance as well. Excuse me. Um, the battles are definitely awesome. The music is very good, like What I've Done from Linkin Park and Doomsday from Doomsday Clock. I think that's the song, I think. If you can correct me, just comment below. From Smashing Pumpkins This Moment from Disturbed are very good songs to listen to as well. Hugo Weaving definitely does an awesome job voicing Megatron in this film. I definitely loved seeing Bernie Mac in this film. Rest in peace to him. And Anthony Anderson's character was definitely funny in this movie. Um, the opening scene was definitely awesome, and the ending scene was definitely awesome as well. And if there are any bad qualities, I would say Bumblebee pissing. Well, at least for Sam and Michaela, at least they're probably. I'm not a fan of those characters, but I would say they're probably only likable in this film. Well, I know there's like an infamous scene where like Sam tries to fix Michaela's car, and then and then and then she shows her like belly button or stuff. Yeah, I don't think that was kind of needed. Um, and Sam's parents, if they were masturbating, and that quote just wasn't even needed at all. But I'm gonna give this, but that still doesn't stop me from enjoying it, and I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Now, coming in at number one is Bumblebee. Now, this is the best Transformers film ever, in my opinion. Haley Steinfeld, John Cena, and Jason Drucker give out great performances. Agent Burns was definitely a good character. The opening scene was definitely awesome, seeing the Battle of Cybertron. And I know Optimus Prime doesn't appear much in the film because it just focuses on Bumblebee because of its title. Um, Dylan O'Brien definitely did an awesome job voicing Bumblebee, and to see him like how he became like deaf and something like that. David Sobolov definitely did a great job voicing Blitzwing. The battles are definitely awesome, especially the battles like during Cybertron, and um, Steve Blum definitely did a great job voicing Wheeljack. Um, Justin Theroux did a good job voicing Dropkick, and Angela Bassett did a good job voicing Shatter. And Andrew Morgado definitely did a great job voicing Cliffjumper. Um, John Bailey definitely did an awesome job voicing Soundwave. Grady Lysel definitely did an awesome job voicing RC. Um, Dennis Singletary definitely did an awesome job voicing Ratchet, and Shockwave, and John Bailey did an awesome job voicing Shockwave. Kirk Bailey did an awesome job voicing Brawn along with the Decepticon soldier. And Dropkick and Shatter are definitely great villains, and I'm glad that they didn't reuse Megatron for once. And there are no bad qualities I had with this film, and I'm gonna give it a full solid 10 out of 10. So tell me your ranking of of the Transformers films in the comments below, and I'd like to know your ranking as well. This is my list. If you disagree with these movies, and if you like some of these movies on this list, I can probably handle your opinion. But anyways, here's how I rate them. Bumblebee, Transformers 2007, Rise of the Beasts, Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, and The Last Night. But anyways, that's all for this video, and there is more than meets the eye.